How's it going, everybody? Rye here today, and we are back with our Minnesota Wild Draft to Glory. But before we get started, guys, if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell so you can get notified when I do post new videos. I'm also having a channel membership now for about the price of a cup of coffee. You guys can support me and help me reinvest in the channel and bring you guys even more and more content. A question I asked on the last one, guys, was Madden 22 is coming out really darn soon. Would you guys like to see a franchise mode in Madden? I don't know how many of you are franchise mode aficionados that come over to the channel, or, maybe you guys are just Chell fans and really could care less about a Madden series. But if you do want to see it, yeah, I kind of want to do one. So after MLB The Show series, I can probably do that one on Wednesdays before we get up into NHL 22. And speaking of NHL 22, we have a Discord server down in the description. That's my Discord server. You guys get to talk to me and all other members of the RyeSquad that have joined it. So come ahead. We've got a great active community, very, very wholesome, very welcoming community. We're talking about NHL 22 with the closed technical test right around the corner. Can't wait to play that and get you guys my thoughts on what's going to happen, because I did offer, I have a Series X, so I signed up for the Series X technical test. So I can't wait to see what the next gen version of Chell is going to play and feel like. I can't wait till we get any kind of news. If we do get any news, people post it in there right away. It's great. Very active community. You guys are awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into round number 2. We are taking on the Chicago Blackhawks after our 6-game win over the St. Louis Blues. Marco Rossi and Kirill Kaprizov have been absolutely on fire, have been machines for us, and we'll go ahead and show you guys the lines. It is Kaprizov, Rossi in Greenway. Kaprizov with 6 goals in 6 games. Marco Rossi, obviously the assist master, and then a +3 there for Jordan Greenway. He's a bit of physicality on that line. Then we got Marcus Johansson, Maxim Nykulin, and Kevin Fiala, who have also been pretty darn good. +5. Nykulin is taking way too many penalty minutes for my liking, but, it is what it is. Then we have Craig Takashi, Tony Peterson, and Alexander Gonchar. Takashi, Peterson, they're just doing well as well. Takashi got in a fight in the last one. It was pretty epic. Lost to Tyler Johnson, though, unfortunately. And then we got Connor Dwyer, William Bitton, and Ivan Lodnia, who I believe I've been saying his name wrong. They've gotten, not okay, but they're putting in points, so I'm cool with that. Defensively is the weakest spot of the team, but it's still performing pretty well. Kalen Addison and Ruslav Zamanov, the overtime hero in the last one, are our top pairing, and they play well. Don Jams is a +7, and Will Thompson +4. Don Jams, winner in Game 6, scoring that crucial goal. Then we got Carson Soucy and Jonas Brodin there. They're also very good. In goal, Tucker Tynan did not get yanked. 253 goal against average is fine by me. 912 save percentage is okay. Like to see him improve a bit, but he's only an 81. So if he continues to play like that, I am very, very happy. And I think we should do well. The Chicago Blackhawks are our opponent in round number 2. Let's go take a quick look at Chicago's lines. Aatu Ratti, Brock Nelson, and Alex DeBrincat are now their first line. So that is new. Aatu Ratti is their star player. Actually, Brock Nelson is technically their star player. He's listed as a second-line forward. The only first-line forward is Ratti. Then they got Kirby Dach, Dylan Strome, and Alex Nylander. Guys, this is a very deep top 6. They don't exactly have a superstar. Nobody over 90. But Kirby Dach being 89, Brock Nelson, DeBrincat being 89. They're doing pretty good. Second line is a minus. First line's a big plus. Tom Wilson, Joel Eriksson Ek, and Connor Brown rounds out a very well-rounded, pretty interesting third line there. Tom Wilson in this line is okay. And then they got Ryan Johansson, Mangiapane, and Frank Vetrano on their fourth line. That is a good fourth line. They have a very deep, deep forward core. Defensively, they got Carson Lambos and Adam Boqvist. That's a very good pairing. Boqvist is really freaking good. David Savard and Rasmus Andersson there. And then they have Tyler Myers and Josh Manson. So it's a very interesting defensive core. Very good team here on paper. Let's take a look at goal. They've got Mackenzie Blackwood, who's played about as well as Tucker Tynan, so nothing too spectacular there. In the one game Nedeljkovic played, he made 2 saves, so good for him. Scratch, they've got TJ Oshie, Craig Smith, and Andrew Kopp. Holy smokes, they have a lot of good talent on this team. They're paying quite a bit to their scratch players. Taking a look at their roster, it's just all around solid, guys. I'm a little bit worried about this team. In the last round, how did they do? Let's see what it took to get them into the next round. Team stats, we'll do Western Conference. Chicago Blackhawks took them 6 games as well. They scored 20 goals. We scored 27 to put that in perspective. We scored 4.5 per game. They scored 3.3 per game. They only allowed 2.5 per game, where we allowed 2.8 per game. So they definitely played the Dallas Stars, who are an okay team. But it'll be interesting. Teams look very similar, but Chicago's very, very good on paper, very well balanced. Obviously, we are very good as well, but they feel so deep. It's like a meticulously crafted roster, it feels like. I don't know. Anyway, we got game number 1, home ice advantage in our favor as we won the Central until we face the Sharks or the Oilers, who are in the other half of this Western Conference semifinal. Until we face them, we'll have home ice advantage. Here we go, boys. Game number 1, home ice. Let's get her started. First period, 1-0. There we go. Marcus Johansson chipping in with a goal. He's been a longtime hero of this series. Been very, very good for us. Second period, 3-1 now as Nykulin and Zamenhof score, and Ryan Strome gets one back for Chicago. Nykulin, that second line, doing well, and Ruslan Zamenhof showing he's got a bit of a goal-scoring touch for a defensive defenseman. One big one in overtime last series. One so far to get us that insurance marker that I love to have. Shots are so heavily in our favor, it is absurd. We get a power play opportunity here. Marco Rossi's not going to score on the power play, but he does score, giving us a 4-1 advantage here. And that's going to be all she wrote for game number 1, a 4-1 win there. And Marco Rossi scoring outside of the power play is going to help his look here at the plus-minus. Kevin Fiala with a +3, Johansson with a +2, Takashi with a +2. Our middle six stepping in very, very well. Shot summary for the Chicago Blackhawks: 21 saves on 22 attempts for Tucker Tynan. Very, very good performance there. Really does pick up his game when I asked him to. Marco Rossi gets himself a goal and now has 12 points in 7 games played, but 10 assists in 7 games played is ridiculous. Anyway, we have another home ice advantage. This is how last series started, another home ice game. Last series, we won the first one, dropped the second one. Can we avoid that same mistake here in round 2? First period, we're up 1-0. That's a great way to start. Marcus Johansson on the power play there. A repeat of game 1. I'd be very happy. Second period, Marco Rossi gets us up 2-0. And Marco Rossi showing the fact that he's got a little bit of a scoring touch to him. He's not just an assist man. He's got to get some goals at some point, right? Joel Eriksson Ek scores, but just a minute and a half later, Greenway gets us that 2-goal lead back. That insurance marker that we ever so dearly need. As Chicago goes on the power play, we kill it off. The shots, guys, we are a dominant shooting team, and that might be a problem for Chicago. A team with a two-way forward and Atu Ratti on their top line is just doesn't sim well. He might not have the greatest stats, underlying tendencies. I love EA to bring tendencies out to the forefront so we could see them. It'd be great and edit them. But 4 goals on 43 shots, 1 goal on 31 shots for Chicago. Tucker Tynan, take a bow, my friend, because so far in this series, you've got like a 960 and a 1 goal against average. Sorry about that awkward cut, guys. Apparently, my fire alarm just went off with no fire, so everything's okay. We're going to keep going here. Back-to-back 4-1 wins. Oh, my God. Whew, okay. Was not expecting that. 4-1 wins in both home games, taking our talents to the road. Rossi gets a goal and an assist, apparently, in the last one. So good to see him continuing to be a very, very good offensive force for us. In Chicago now for game number 3. How will we fare? First period, 4-1. Chicago actually decides to show up for once. 4-1 is the score that was in the first 2, and that's the score of third game, period 1. Johansson again gets a power play goal to get us started. Hopefully we can score 4 and not let Chicago score anymore. Lambos on the power play, DeBrincat, Doc, and Anderson, they were dying to score some. Wallstedt's in now. He gets scored on the power play by Carson Lambos. Nykulin gets us a goal. We're down by 3 in the third period. It's not done just yet. It is a very, very big mountain to climb. Sorry again, guys. I don't know what's going on with my fire alarm, but we lost this one 7-3. Chicago puts up a really, really good fight and does decide to bounce back, show some fight and life in this series so far. And they scored 7 after scoring 2 in Minnesota. They scored 7 in the first game back on home ice. That loss is going to sting a bit, but we can't let it snowball into another big defeat. We got to play a lot tighter this game and a lot better. Game 4, a big one here. First period. It's 2-0 there. Takashi and Nykulin getting us started. Second period is 2-0 still. No goals scored in that second period. Still 2-0, and the shots are back in Chicago's favor. We dominated them in the first 2 games with shots. But then in game 3, I didn't look at the shots. I just know that Tucker Tynan had to get pulled. The Brinket's going to score a power play goal. We can't be taking those penalties, boys. 2-1 now. A really tight game here. 3 minutes to go. And then Kaprizov gets a goal. Guys, I'm going to try and get this video done as quickly as possible. We are up 3-1, and hopefully the simulation agrees with me because I don't know what's going on with my fire alarms. I live in an apartment complex, so obviously I'm not doing anything in my apartment. We're all safe here. Anyway, we're up 3-1 in the series now, and so are the San Jose Sharks. We got Game 5 on home ice. Can we seal the deal here? First period. Rati gets the first goal there. At the end of 1, guys, it is 1-0 Chicago. Let's hope we can bounce back in the second period. We do not. It's still a 1-goal game, though. Chicago doesn't get any further ahead. We put on a good performance in that second period. We have the lead in shots, and giving Chicago a power play in our quest to come back is not going to help because Aatu Ratti is going to score. I badmouthed him earlier in this series. He single-handedly got Chicago up 2-0 on us. Halfway through the period, though, Chicago's gotten more power play opportunities but can't get any bigger of a lead, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. With just a minute to go, Eriksson Ek scores the empty netter. 3-0 shutout victory for the Chicago Blackhawks, who are going to force a game number 6. They had a chance to be eliminated. They stepped up in a big way. 3 goals, none against is the way you want to do it. Anyway, I'm going to trust these lines, trust this team. Game 6. First period, 2-0. There we go. Carson Soucy, and then Takashi shorthanded. He scored a couple of those this postseason. Second period, 3 goals for Chicago. Boqvist scores on the power play, Savard, and then Strome. Chicago's offense has come around. Our defense has started to fall apart. 3-2 now here in the third period of another elimination game. 10 minutes to go here in the period. All we need is 1. Strome gets an extra 1 on the power play, and it's a 2-goal advantage, but Ladnia gets us back to within 1. Is there a late game hero for us? Could there be a hero? There won't be. It's 4-3. It's going to 7, boys. We had a 3-1 lead, and we were unable to advance to the next round. It's now 3-3. The San Jose Sharks await the winner of this one. I can't really fault Tucker Tynan for these games. I want to switch it up, but we're the only team in 7, and I really don't want to change what we got going on here, guys. Here we go. Game number 7. Let's simulate. First period, we get off to a good start. Mangiapane scores for them, but Duar answers, and Kaprizov gets us the lead. Second period. Second period is complete. It is 4-2. Kaprizov gets another one. Fiala gets one. Alex Nylander gets one for Chicago. A 2-goal advantage going into the third period of game number 7. 5 minutes gone, and Marco Rossi gets us a 3rd goal, and that's a huge one. There is almost no chance now Chicago comes back, and there is the dagger. It's over. 6-2 after Kaprizov, I think, gets a hat trick on the power play. I could be wrong, but our shot totals are massive, and a good game from Tucker Tynan. I'm glad I didn't stray away from him. Kaprizov. A hat trick in a game number 7, sending us to the Western Conference Finals, boys, where we will take on the San Jose Sharks. But that's all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Again, I'm sorry about the fire alarm and smoke detector. Hopefully that is not a recurring issue in the future. Otherwise, I'm going to move out. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.